Dear hearts all. Yes, it is I, the one you call Mother Mary, present again through this particular stream of consciousness. Reaching out today to connect with you about how you are living, suffering, projecting, joyfully experiencing, or any one combination of all of those. For the world that you were raised in is now faltering, failing. There are holes appearing through which divine radiance is becoming available. But how many of you can hear this? How many of you can feel this divine heart caress? The unfortunate truth is that you were raised into a secular society which is all predicated upon personality. The one with the most likes wins the prize. The one who obsesses most volubly about their own ego ideas, either great desires or self-proclamations, or the loudest victimhood. All of that, absolutely all of that, is merely the projections of personality. And the divine connects with your hearts, which actually has nothing to do with whether you are Peter or Jane or Mary or Bob or anybody else. Your personality is only a coping mechanism, created to survive, created to attempt to thrive in a world based on competition. Many of you who have begun to reawaken to divine truth have read or heard people talk about oneness. It sounds lovely, doesn't it? But to actually experience oneness is an entirely different thing from giving yourself space to conceptualize what it may mean logically, rationally. True divine love through the heart unification is a profoundly different matter. As one of the Indian sages was so fond of saying, there is no other. Not only other person, other object, other animal, other bird, other anything. This is based on the core essence, that there is only consciousness from which all forms have been derived, condensations, compactions of consciousness into form. Not only the form of a rock, a planet, a mountain, a tree, but the condensation of consciousness into your apparently separate forms. Your biological dancing suits, that miracle of engineering, which is your own biological body, runs itself. You don't run it. You can feed it appropriately, exercise it appropriately, or do the complete opposite. But the essence is that consciousness is the body, and consciousness is what you actually are. The next part of understanding this, why we talk so often about the heart center, and this is now verified by your own current scientific understanding. The magnetic field that radiates out of your heart center is 5,000 times more powerful than the electrical brainwave things that you call thoughts. And this heart emanation radiates out as a toroidal field, like a donut. That same energy field that comes from the heart up, out through the crown, radiating out around your body and entering back in again through the base chakra back to the heart. That is such a profound aspect of how to understand and relate to the truth of life beyond the ego's construct. To do this invites people to go into a quietened meditative state. This is why meditation is so often encouraged, because with the eyes shut and the focus becoming internalized, you are not attending to the latest information on your devices. You are not focused on driving or working or watching some other screen or talking to other people. You are coming deep inside. And when you choose to make this a regular practice, you will find over time that the monkey mind, the noises of the thoughts, I should be doing this, or what about that, become just noise. When you bring your focus of attention into your own intimate heart center and allow all of your awareness to become more and more centered inside, feeling, sensing, visualizing, whichever works for you, that as the in-breath arises, so your energy field expands up and out of the heart, around your embodiment, and on the exhalation returns back up through the perineum, the lower chakras, back into the heart again. You might care to practice this for a minute, for 2, for 5, for half an hour. For after some time and due practicing of this elegantly simple process, you may then have the option of allowing and entrusting that the body knows how to breathe for itself anyway. It always does. The breath is the core anchoring mechanism for your ball of consciousness to dwell inside the body. And even at night, when the eyes are shut and the attention loses all attachment to the outside world, and you go into deep sleep, that silent place of not knowing, but feeling a sense of restedness afterwards. And from there into the dream world, where you are having all manner of experiences visually, sensationally. You're not inside your body while you're doing that, but your body is breathing for itself. So the invitation is, you see, when you do this practice of breathing the toroidal breath, and you find yourself so comfortable with it, that at some particular point, you simply use your intention and stop the cycling and stay inside that space, that sacred space inside your own heart center, to feel a sense of protection, of safety, of absolute groundedness, and all the thoughts have simply gone quiet. All the emotions are now only love bliss. And all the feelings are of such deep peace that you become able to directly experience the qualities of divine love itself. Divine love is available right there inside the sacred space, inside your heart. Oh yes, so beautiful, so profoundly beautiful. And that is also a portal to other bands of frequency, what you commonly call dimensions. But that is for another day. Today I wish to simply bring you into this intimate self-discovery. For when you have experienced your own divine heart center inside the sacred space of the heart, it then becomes possible to bring that quality, that feeling, that frequential resonance with you back out into your normal everyday waking state. For the more often you do this, the less you find yourself obsessing with the addiction to identity. For when you are feeling divine love, there is no fear. There is no need to proclaim yourself as some primal important being, nor as the most victimized, tragic soul that ever lived. All of those polarities simply dissolve away. And the truth, the elegant, exquisite, generous truth of being consciousness, simply being conscious of itself as a function, as a resonant point within the field of consciousness itself. That, dear hearts, is a most profoundly useful, important, and self-empowering liberation pathway. You don't have to be in fear anymore. You don't have to be attached anymore to I must succeed, I must make lots of money, I must have lots of status. All of that becomes ephemeral, shallow, trite, hollow, meaningless. For divine love is not needy. Divine love is not lustful. Divine love is not self-aggrandizement in action. Divine love is the truth of consciousness itself. For this is the next key tool for you to be able to understand, first with your hearts, and then with your minds, and then with your solar plexus. For consciousness, which has no form, no shape, no time, no dimension, to manifest into all the myriads of forms, it uses divine love as its tool to concentrate, to condense into every single form there is. This invites you to surrender in faith and trust to the most exquisite divine truth. Everything is made from the frequency of divine love. And when you truly let yourself sit in the elegance of that, sit in the magnificence of that, then all your fears, all your yearnings, all your addictions, all your lustings, all your egoity lose their importance. And any time and every time you choose to do the processes, to come into the sacred space of the heart, your entire life absolutely is assured to transform into being an experience of love bliss itself. And by offering yourself the permission to do this, so you will not only cure, solve, release, surrender all of those doubts and fears and ego-driven insecurities, you will also be in complete alignment with the divine love frequencies now raining down upon your entire planetary consciousness sphere. For the next few years, when so much of the old fear-based enculturation will by necessity decay and falter and dissolve away, once you have attuned to your own divine heart center, then you will ride the waves of love bliss, not be swept away by the tidal waves of destruction, which are the opposite of divine love, and which are what some people, holding to fear, will thereby call into their lived experience. The old saying is the true saying. You can choose love or you can choose fear. There is no other option. This pathway to activate your own entry into the sacred space of the heart is an absolutely divine empowerment tool, freely available because it's been inside you all along. Explore, enjoy, surrender, become whole in your own divine love direct experiencing. Blessings be, dear hearts. Blessings be. Blessings be. And so it is.